Hello everyone, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to share with you guys my top 5 pairs of trainers that everyone should own. Great for summer, but just good classic trainers that I personally find to be really easy to wear, great with everything, just good quality shoes that I've worn a lot. You guys know I absolutely love my trainers, and over the last year I've really gotten into like buying trainers and having more trainers. I personally love wearing trainers more than I do any other shoe, so for me it's like always worth spending a bit of money on them. But I get a lot of questions about what trainers people should buy, what trainers are worth spending the money on, ones that not everyone has, what are a good pair of trainers to buy into. And obviously if you're someone who doesn't really know too much about trainers and you're wanting to buy something that's kind of cool but you don't really know where to start, hopefully this video will be of use to you. And you guys know I love my trainers, so I want to kind of bring more trainer related videos to you guys as well. But today we're starting with summer trainers that everyone should own slash should have in their wardrobe slash are great this time of year if you're looking for a new pair of trainers. So I'm going to start with a pair that you've probably seen a lot of people have for a really long time now, but I do think they're so worth the hype. New Balance 550s. New Balance 550s have been around for a while, the classic dad trainer. A lot of people have them, but I never really kind of understood the love for them. For a long time I was kind of like, oh really? Are they that good? Yes, they are. So I have 2 pairs, mostly because I bought these ages ago, actually towards the end of summer last year, and I was like, they don't really suit my winter wardrobe, they very much suit my summer wardrobe. So I was like, okay, I didn't wear them. And then I got these ones and they changed the game, because I was like, okay, I understand why people like these now. So they're essentially just a dad trainer. They're very sporty, very like, they're essentially a running trainer supposedly, but they're just quite cool. They're very like easy to wear if you've got like shorts on, skirt on, like when your legs out a little bit. You don't have to have your leg fully out, but I personally find them really easy to wear when you've got your legs out, because they look quite cute with little socks and you can just wear them that way. But I also think they look great with trousers. I'm not someone who tends to wear them with jeans or trousers that much, but they do look amazing with jeans and trousers. They're one of those shoes that, because they are so cool and a lot of people have got them and they're just like, they give quite a cool vibe to a look, it wouldn't matter too much if you had your legs out or you're wearing trousers or whatever. They look really cool. So these ones are like white with a little bit of orange. They do tend to sell out, these trainers, which is the only annoying thing, but I will try and link some below as best I can, all different colours, because they've got loads of different shades of these, and these ones, they do still sell them all, but they go in and out of stock all the time. But yeah, so these ones are just white. Great if you want a white trainer with a bit of colour. I think it's quite nice to have a pair of trainers that have got like a little bit of colour, but also you need to make sure you have your classic white trainers. And these ones, I don't need any more trainers, and I didn't need another pair of white trainers, but for me, because they've got a bit of orange on them, makes them a bit different. But these ones are really nice. They're really like more of a white trainer. And then these ones, obviously exactly the same, but they're more of a grey toned shoe, with a little bit of white on them, and then have the blue details, which I absolutely love. I like that I can match the blue with the from the shoe with the shirt, and it just kind of works quite nicely together, and I really like that. And they're really comfortable. But yeah, these are more of a grey toned shoe, like the kind of inside is grey, black at the bottom. So these ones are a little bit different, but I quite like that. They obviously like go with everything, as I've said before, but I do think these are amazing. Great shoe to buy into if you can find them in your size and you're looking for a pair. I highly recommend. They do the classic ones that most people have, which are all white with like, I think it's got a black N, which I would probably recommend buying if you can get your hands on those ones, because those ones will go with everything in your wardrobe, whereas these are a little bit more, they're a little bit more niche because they've got colour on them. But it's only because I have quite a few pairs of trainers, so I wouldn't buy a pair that I like already kind of have something similar of, if you know what I mean. So I really rate these. I think they're a really good pair of trainers, and I highly recommend if you're looking for something that's quite sporty for summer, that's not going to break the bank. These are perfect for that. My next pair are a pair that I recently bought But a pair that I absolutely love, and I think a lot of people should get these trainers because they're not super like overdone. So if you're wanting something that not everyone has, or you're wanting something that's a little bit different, I think these trainers are amazing. And they are the Adidas Forum Lows. Now before I go any further with these trainers, a lot of people get put off by the Velcro strap that they have across the top. Now the Velcro strap is actually removable, which I think a lot of people don't realise. So when they go to look at them, they look a bit chunky, they look a bit clunky around here, not as appealing. But you can remove the Velcro strap. So I have actually removed the Velcro strap on these. I'll pop a picture on the screen of what they look like with the Velcro strap so you can see. And these trainers are, honestly, they're so comfortable, they look really cool, they give a very similar vibe to a Nike Dunk or like Nike Air Force. They're that kind of style, which I personally really like, and I think if you're looking for that kind of look but you don't really want to spend loads of money, these are really good. Now they do these in so many different colours, and they're usually a lot easier to get hold of, if not pretty much easy to get hold of. They do a lot of different like shades, some of them are like all one colour. I tend to go for shoes like this that are like mostly white. I think if you've got a white base, they're a lot easier to team with like a more summery wardrobe, but you could obviously go for something that's a little bit more neutral, because they do like a neutral toned pair. Obviously these ones have got orange on them, but they do a full white pair, which is why I wanted to mention these, because if you're looking for something that's all white, that's comfortable, that looks cool, these are definitely a shoe to go for. They have that kind of similar vibe here to the Air Force trainers. They have that kind of slight, they're just very cool. They kind of have that skater vibe to them. But they're very comfortable, and like I said, they do them in so many different colours. So if you're looking for a pair of trainers that is, one, comfortable, two, maybe has a bit of colour if you want to jazz up your wardrobe, you can go for a white pair, because they do an all white pair, which I just love. And they are just a very cool pair of trainers, and you can remove the strap, which is the thing I think a lot of people do, like I said, get put off by. But these are amazing pair of shoes. I will link these ones, I'll link the white ones below. Definitely go check them out. Like I said, so many different colours. Whilst we're on the topic of trainers that look like Nike Dunks, we might as well talk about the Nike Dunks. So the only reason I'm including these is because they genuinely are one of my most worn pair of trainers since I got them, and I got them towards the end of summer last year, and I love them, and this is why I'm going to talk about them. Now they're not the easiest shoes to get hold of, which is a shame, and it is kind of annoying because like they're such a nice pair of shoes. But if you're willing to pay a little bit more money and you're willing to go on StockX or a resale website and buy them, then I would highly recommend getting yourself a pair of Nike Dunks, because one, they are incredibly comfortable, and two, they look cool, but they just have a really cool vibe. And sometimes I literally will wear these over any other trainers that I own, and I own a lot of pairs of trainers even. So yeah, these are the colour in Fonton Dust, so they're like a grey. As you can see, they're quite worn. I've worn them quite a lot. They are one of my favourite pairs of shoes, and I highly recommend getting a pair of Nike Dunks, whether you get a colourful pair or more of a toned down pair. I personally, if you're going to buy a pair of Nike Dunks and you're going to spend a bit more money, I'd buy something that you can wear like a little bit more than just every now and then. These are grey, they go with pretty much everything. I can wear them in the summer, I can wear them in the winter, which is why I bought them. I think they're just a very versatile shoe. So if you're going to buy a pair of Nike Dunks, I would recommend buying something that suits your wardrobe all year round, because if you're going to be spending a little bit more money, then you want to make sure that you're going to get the wear out of them. I would say it is harder, and they are often a little bit more expensive if you buy the more kind of neutral colours. But if you're looking for a pair of Nike Dunks and you want something that's going to last you, I do recommend the Nike Dunks, all the black and white ones. I think those are probably the best to go for, because one, they often restock those. They do only really ever restock them on StockX, but it's a place to buy them, and they'll go with everything, and they're really cool. And I think they're a pair that I personally would go and buy if I didn't already have these and like 10 billion other pairs of shoes, because I think they're really cool, and I think they give a very cool vibe. So that's my thoughts on the Nike Dunks, but I do think they're very much worth it if you're willing to spend the money, even though for like when they're actually sold they're a lot cheaper, but for some reason everyone wants them. So yeah, but I love them so much. My next pair is a pair that I don't really think has been like worn by a huge amount of people. Like, they're known shoe, I think, but they're not like, I've not seen them on tons and tons and tons of people. And they are the New Balance 57/40s. Basically, I got these ages ago because I just thought they were quite cool, because they're like a chunky style trainer, but they have like a bit of a dad trainer vibe. And I bought them and I was like, yeah, these are cool, I like these. And then like I wore them not too long ago and a lot of people asked me where they were from. Well, obviously they're from New Balance, but like, were like, can you link them? They are honestly such a good pair of trainers. One, again, they are incredibly comfortable. Most trainers are comfortable, but these ones are just really like, I love the platform, I love the chunky style of it. They've got a nice like rounded toe. If you know New Balance trainers, they have this kind of style on their like original, I can't remember what they're called, but like rounded shoes. So they're very like classically New Balance, but they do have that like more chunky style, and they do these in a lot of different colors. These are obviously like a neutral pair, and I would recommend getting this pair because they're so nice. They're all suede, which is not so good for bad weather, but they're great for summer. They also do these in a slightly lighter, slightly different nudie color, but obviously this is more of like just your general neutral, which for me and my style suits perfectly. I also love the laces. They're like a little bit, they kind of look a little bit like a rope, but they're not. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I really like these. Really comfortable. Really recommend it. They do a really nice all blue pair actually, which I've been very close to buying many a time, but I don't need them. So yeah, but I think they're a really good pair of trainers, and they do also have that dad shoe vibe similar to the New Balance I showed you at the start. So if you're looking for that dad trainer kind of vibe, but you want something that's quite cool, I would recommend these. Now, I couldn't make a video all about trainers for summer and not include the one pair that everyone and their mum owns, but they are a good classic and everyone should own a pair, and they are Air Force ones. I like Air Force ones. These trainers are like an always on good classic. I know a lot of people have them and a lot of people get put off when someone has something, when everyone has the same thing, but they are a very good classic pair of trainers, and I think Air Force, you can't go wrong. They do so many different styles, different colours, different materials, which I think is quite nice because it makes them a little bit more one, they're very easy to get your hands on, and two, with the different colours you can kind of have the same pair of trainers and be comfortable yet look like they're different. Do you know what I mean? So these are the classic white ones. Everyone has them. I think they're just a good classic. They're great for wearing like in the summer with cute little dresses. When you go to like festivals, are a good pair of trainers. Obviously don't wear brand new ones, but if you've already got a pair, they're great. They're just great. They're just such a good easy shoe if you're going out like in the summer and you're going to the park or you're going walking around. They're just a really good pair of shoes for that. And like I said, they go with everything, and they go with everything into winter as well, which is a good one if you're looking for like longevity with your trainers. So yeah, these are the plain white ones, but I will have to admit, I have these ones which are the juniors, because I've got small feet. My feet are a size 5, so because I've got small feet I can fit into the juniors, and as you can see they are slightly different. The juniors are a little bit smaller in like style. They're like slightly less chunky, and the front, I mean, they look exactly the same, but they are just slightly less chunky, and I prefer these ones, and the only reason is because they're not as chunky, and two, they just fit the style of like my body quite nicely. It sounds really weird, but sometimes trainers can look a little bit clunky, and these fit my like style and my like body a little bit better than these ones, which is why these ones look so fresh, because I've not worn them as much. As you can see at the toe bit, this bit is so chunky, whereas this one's not so chunky. So I will link both below. I do recommend these are obviously like so incredibly dirty at this point. I might get a new pair actually, because they look they look a bit grim, but they're a great pair of shoes, and like if I pop to the shop I always wear these ones even though they're so dirty, like they're actually disgusting. But yeah, I recommend the junior ones because they are just a tiny bit different, but if you can't get your hands on the junior ones, these ones are still cool. I think it's just because I've had these and worn them so much that I can see the difference, but for the most part there's not much difference. And then the last pair I want to show you, which are another pair of Air Force, just to show you like a different style. I don't know if these are still in stock, but I got them from JD, and they're like a cream kind of base, the tick's cream, then you've got this bit's white, and then this bit's got a little bit of like pattern of the ticks. Do do you know what I mean? And then the inside is grey. These I really like because they actually make it really easy to wear with like cream jeans. Sometimes I find white trainers can be too contrasty with cream jeans or cream trousers, so it's nice to have a pair of trainers that have got a bit of cream in. And these Air Force I never thought I would love, and I love them. I think they're a really cool pair of shoes, so I do recommend Air Force. I do think they're worth spending the money on. I know everyone has them, but if you're looking for a pair of shoes that are gonna last you throughout summer, take you into winter, take you through like various different occasions, I think Air Force are definitely worth spending your money on. And that rounds up my top 5 pairs of summer trainers that I think are worth buying into, aren't gonna break the bank, but are gonna look really cool and gonna go with everything, and that is what you want from a summer pair of trainers. If you did enjoy this video, do let me know what you'd like me to talk about next in terms of trainers. I've done a trainer collection video. It's not updated because I've got a few more pairs since then, but I will link that below for anyone who wants to watch that. I have definitely added more since then, so I can do an updated one if you'd like, or if you'd like me to do like my top favorite colored trainers or whatever, do let me know and I will do that, because I really like talking about trainers and buying trainers as well. But you would have seen that in many a video, me buying a new pair of trainers. So anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video guys, and I will see you all in my next one.